If you're watching this video, chances are you have a layover at Heathrow Airport and you want to use this time to explore a little of London. So I'm going to tell you how to store your bags, which train to get on, and how to not make the costly mistakes that I made. 2 weeks ago, I was headed to Lisbon, Portugal on the first stop of my 6-week European tour. I had a 7-hour layover at the Heathrow Airport in the UK, which is plenty of time to explore a little of London. I'm traveling with my favorite travel buddy, Ari, who was a little anxious to leave the airport, but I'm glad we took the opportunity to explore, even for just a few hours. Now, I won't lie and say we didn't make mistakes along the way, but I will tell you how to avoid them and what to do instead. The first mistake that you want to avoid is using an expensive luggage storage place to hold your carry-ons while you explore. Now, we didn't know any better, so we used the luggage storage at the airport and they charged us £15 per bag. As you can see, we have 4 bags, so that would have been about $76 USD. We were not paying $80 just for bags for a few hours. We ended up leaving 2 and taking 2 bags, and we paid about $38 USD for bag storage. If I could do it all over again, I would have waited to store my bags in town. Once you get in the city, there are a bunch of hostels and side shops charging £3 to £7 to store your bags for a few hours. And the lockers are pretty big, like this one. We were able to fit all 4 bags in this one large locker at a hostel. After dropping our bags off, we headed downstairs to the subway, which is the fastest way to the city. Buses are a cheaper option, but they take over an hour because of traffic. Y'all, we are leaving the airport, heading to London. We got a express train ticket to the city center, and it cost us about $20 each, and then our return tickets cost us like $14 each.
What I've noticed is if you were returning back to the airport, you should use the express return ticket, and it's like for 2 people it's gonna be like €50.
Make sure you purchase your train return ticket at the same time as your departure ticket because it will cost more to purchase them separately. I suggest asking a sales advisor instead of using the ticket booth to avoid any confusion.
London, Paddington only. Passengers for the Elizabeth line, please remain on the platform.
The second part of this mistake is the train line we decided to take. We took the Heathrow Express down to London Paddington Station. If I could do it all over again, I would have taken the Elizabeth line, which would take you closer to the city center where you can see the Big Ben and reach more attractions by foot. But it wasn't the end of the world. We were still able to see some popular spots in London, like the endangered animal installation in the Kensington Palace in Hyde Park. But the first thing we did was stop and get fish and chips. So sweet. Ari just had her first fish and chips, and she said it was pretty good. But honestly, I don't like the really big chips. Like, I don't like big fries. I like my fries to be crunchy. I don't want too much potato. Let me just get the crunch.
But it was alright. It wasn't like I was gonna be asking for it.
She said I don't want that no more.
It's okay. Let it done.
Overcast today, a little chilly. I think it's about 50, maybe below 50 degrees here, but it's not too bad.
We gotta watch out for these bikes because they don't stop for us. So unless we want another encounter like New Orleans, we better stay clear.
Here seeing William, y'all. William the Third of Orange.
I'll be out here
King of Great Britain and Ireland, 1969 through 1702, presented by William II. We spent most of our time in Hyde Park and at the Kensington Gardens, but I'm going to be attaching 2 articles that I found about quick attractions to see on foot from the city center and from Paddington Station. If you appreciated the info in this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Girl, he got a pressing curl. He do got a pressing curl. You see, tonight I'm out here with King William III. We're at his statue where his father donated this to him in
Period. That's that journalism.
You better lay low.
Let me tell you about that movie, Eric.
Tell me about that movie, Jenny.
I was watching The Bodyguard.
Whitney Houston.
I was watching The Bodyguard on the plane. First of all, I did not know that movie was going to go like that. I was over there like, on the plane trying to... First of all, if y'all never watched this, I'm not gonna spoil it. So if you never watched it and you want to, you better skip it. Basically, somebody was sending death notes to Rachel, aka Whitney Houston. And so they was sending notes to her. They snuck in her room and like off on her bed and all this stuff. So basically there was a Secret Service agent who he retired early because he wasn't there when Kennedy got shot and he blamed himself for that. So he was like, you know, like, what is it called when you self-pitying himself?
Yeah.
So then that's when he needed the money, so then he got hired to, you know, bodyguard Rachel. So at first Rachel was like, I don't need no bodyguard, because her manager, her low-life manager, was not telling her about all the death notes and like the men sneaking into her house. So she's just thinking everything good and they just upped the security. So at first she was being so rude to him and stuff, but then one time she got one of the death notes directly, and the dude was in the crowd at one of her concerts, and the concert just started going crazy, and they just grabbed her, started crowd surfing and stuff. So he just started going crazy. You know, he ex-Secret Service, so he just started going there, boom, 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 knocking people out. He took her in the crowd and carried her in her arms. So then she gonna fall in love with him. She trying to have sex with this man. She having sex with this man, and girl, so then he fell for it at first, but then he was like, actually, we can't be together because you're trying to do something and you trying to like you trying to throw me off my game, basically. So then that's when she got mad at that, and she was trying to fire him. Yeah. And she was making his job difficult, but the whole time the people was coming to get her.
Oh my God.
So then they thought it was just like a crazy like stalker, but like the attacks started getting more and more elite. Like they blew up a boat, they like did some stuff to her car, all this stuff. Yes. So then that's when he was like, when she started getting scared, because he called her phone and was like pretending like he was her child, like her stalker. Yes, he was like, it's not her child. Like, it just started getting, it started taking a left turn. So then that's when he was like, okay, I'm gonna protect you. And she started begging him, like, please don't quit. Like, I'm not gonna come on to you no more. Like, please just protect me. So then he took her to his house, like down where he used to grow up, so they could just lay low for a while before everything died down. But the person found them there, so he's like, how did they find us all the way out here? So then he was like, it's a professional job. So then something happened at that house, the boat blew up at that house, and then the girl's sister finally admitted, like, okay, it was me.
There's a lot going on.
It was. She was like, I hired a professional hitman because I'm jealous of her. She gets everything. And she was real mad because she tried to sleep with the bodyguard too, and the bodyguard didn't want her, so she just jealous. But then the killer came and killed her.
That's crazy.
Yes. And then when she won an Oscar, the man at the Oscars was trying to kill her at the Oscars on stage. Girl, this movie was so crazy, Ari. It was so crazy. Y'all just gotta watch it. I can't even tell y'all how it ended. Just watch it.
No, she kept taking out her headphones like, girl. I was like, not Whitney Houston.
Houston. Is that Whitney?
Is that Whitney?